All right, in this video, guys, we're going to talk about sales funnels and how you can create your visitors into leads and into customers by using a sales funnel. It's very easy to do within WordPress, but you got to have the right tools and you got to know how to put it all together. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscription button because I'm trying to hit 1,000 customers on my channel so that I can start doing live streams on YouTube. Sorry about that. So make sure you hit that notification bell also at the same time, and we'll get started right now. All right, now let's get started here. But before we do, I want to make sure that you do subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to build my channel to help people build their business. I'm going to be reviewing people's websites and blogs to make sure that you got everything you need to be successful so that you can create multiple streams of income. And that's important, right? Because you got to set up your site to be successful. And you don't need to go pay a bunch of people tons of money to do that. So here are the couple things that you're going to need to actually build your sales funnel on your WordPress website. So right here is my page, and this is the sales funnel, and you'll see here this is pretty cool. This is what you're going to be able to do with automation within your WordPress websites. But this is the video I'm creating right now as we speak, but these are the recommended tools. Number one, Skyview hosting. I can't stress enough how important to have is good hosting. And Skyview hosting is based upon the cloud. It's fast. You connect to Cloudflare. You have all kinds of free tools. You get free emails, unlimited emails. So it's awesome, man. So you need to check it out. Skyviewhost.com. And it's right here, and you can get the link right there for it. Now, if you already have hosting and you want to get set up, I'll actually transfer everything over from your old host to this new to Skyview host for absolutely free. All you have to do is message me, and I will actually work with you and get that done. Okay, the second part of this is you gotta have a good theme. I've tried thousands of different themes out there, and I have not found a better theme than this one right here. It's the best theme out there. It's called Astro Pro. And there is a free version of it, and you could use that. That's not a problem. It'll work just fine with the Elementor Pro, and you don't have to purchase it. But let me tell you, the professional version of this has so many additional features on there that makes it so convenient and nice. My entire website is done on Astro Pro and Elementor Pro, both of them that are Pro. And then the third one is Elementor. You can't do opt-ins without Elementor Pro because they have a form that makes the integration extremely easy. Allows you to do it Aweber through ConvertKit, which I highly recommend, and that's right here. You can do Aweber, you can do GetResponse, you could do MailChimp, whatever you want. You just set that up and you've got your email and through the forms portion of it all set up. Now remember, all this automation and all these boxes and blue and pop-ups, everything that I have on my site is all done within Elementor, and that's entire website is done that too. Now below here are example websites. Now when you move over to skyviewhost.com, I'm going to be able to either copy this and give it to you, but in order to give it to you, you got to have Astro Pro and Elementor in order for this to work. So these won't work on just any WordPress website. You have to have Elementor and you have to have Astro website, okay? And then this will work, so with no problem. But you can click here and see examples and just click on these examples and those pop up to a real live page. And when I'm done with this video, I'll be adding another one down below here for this. Okay, so let's get right to it right now. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you need a background image for your opt-in page, your sales page. For example, let me go back to here. You see these images back here? You need to be able to have an image back there. You can have a total white, and there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, it's been known to convert better just to have a simple white image in the background. But sometimes you want to do split testing, and you want to make sure that you have 3 or 4 different ways, maybe even up to 10 different ways of testing your products on different backgrounds, on different colors, on different buttons, and different things that you're asking. So you learn what the customers really want, because it isn't what you think it is, it's what your customers want. And you let the numbers talk to you. You let the numbers tell you where you need to go. Okay? All right, so that's number one. So what we need to do is, this is a pretty cool plugin, and it's this is a page. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So the plugin is called Insta Image right here. It's called Insta, INSTANT Image. And this is very cool. If you click on it, you're going to be able to upload free images from the web. Okay, it's like Pixabay or Unsplash. There's all kinds of them right here. And you can scroll through here and find an image you like. And when you find one that you like, I kind of like some of these. These are pretty cool. Let's just say this one right here. Okay, now she's right in the middle, so that may not be the best, but I just went ahead and uploaded it. Now there's a point here. You want to make sure your images are kind of upright, because your presentation is going to be presenting to people on their desktop. It's not going to be wide, it's going to be more vertical. Okay, so this is not too bad. Let me just kind of scroll through here again a little bit more, see what I can find. Yeah, there's quite a few good ones in here. This is pretty cool. I'm going to pick this one here too. This guy standing there. But see, the problem is that he's going to be in the background, and I may not be able to, you may not be able to see him very well. So let me see if I can find one or two more images here. You could spend a lot of time just looking at images to find out what's available. Love this one right here. Okay, nice car, nice background, everything. Perfect. All right, so all of these images that I just clicked on, they went to my media page. Okay, so it automatically loaded it on my WordPress website for me, so I didn't have to do any of that hard work. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to create a page. Okay, so I'm over here on my WordPress website, and I'm going to add new. Okay, I'm just going to create a new page. All right, and so I'm going to name this page Jason, if I can spell my name, Jason, sales funnel. Okay, you can probably name it something related to the product that you're promoting, but in this case, I just want to make it a sales funnel. You're going to disable the primary header, disable the titles, you're going to disable the featured image, disable the footer bar, disable the breadcrumbs, and disable above header. Okay, pretty much everything you're going to have on there is going to be disabled. You want a completely blank page, nothing on it at all. Okay, now this right here is for another video I'll be doing down the road. It's called script, and what you can do is add the pixels from Facebook, from Google, from AdRoll, whatever you need, and you put it right here so that you can do retargeting. If you don't know what retargeting, that's for another video down the road. Okay, I do have custom fields. You do not want to allow comments or anything like that, because you want any distractions. You want this to be a single blank page, and then we're going to add stuff to the page. I do have a membership plugin built into this, but we don't need to do any of that. So at this point, we're good to go. So let's go ahead and publish this. Now remember, a page doesn't go to your website, it's just a physical page. You have to direct it to it. All right, so now you've got Elementor. Since we have already Elementor Pro loaded, we're going to go ahead and click on this little link right here, and it will load Elementor to the page. Okay, because Elementor is a page builder. It allows you to do awesome, cool things to your website that you just can't do with WordPress by itself. Guaranteed. I have a whole video just on WordPress, the basics, and this is pretty basic. You can't do much, but you need to know the basics in order to get to this. Okay, so on the left-hand side here within Elementor, if you don't know Elementor, these are little, what they call them elements. And you can drag these elements over into the page and build your page. Now you notice something here. There's no header, there's no footer. This is a complete blank page. And let me show you what the page looks like. When I hit this button right here, it opened up in a new tab. Okay, that's what it looks like. There's nothing. If it wasn't in edit mode, you wouldn't even see this. It'd be just a white page. Okay, all right, so now I'm back in the tab here, These are all of the elements we can drag and drop. You've got sections. I use this a lot, and I notice a lot of people don't use that. It's a very, very handy tool, and I'm going to show you how you use it here in a minute. And you can scroll through here. There's all kinds of, I mean, there's so much stuff here. It's overwhelming that you can do within Elementor Pro. Even with the free Elementor, you can do a lot with this too. Okay, so this little icon right here is a premium template that I paid for. This is not part of Elementor, but it is an Elementor plugin that added to here, and it gives me more additional, gives me a lot more features that I wouldn't have if I didn't have that. Now, that's not necessary in order to do what we're doing now, but I just wanted to make sure when you have Elementor up, you're not going to see that star icon right there. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to add a background image to this. So what you're going to do down here on the bottom, you're going to have this little gear. It's called settings. Then there's a navigator here. I'm going to go over that here in a little bit when we run into problems. There's a history. So if you need to go back to a couple steps, you can go back a couple steps. And we're going to do mobile and desktop all at the same time. And then obviously you saw what this is. It's preview, which when you click on it, it opens up in another window. And this here is update when you start adding it. Okay, so right here in the gear, we want to click on that gear. Okay, and we want to add an image to the background. So here there's two pieces to Elementor. There's settings and there's styles and there's advanced. This settings is everything that you're going to set with the actual the container, or they call them elements. And then the style is colors, formatting, font size, colors, all that stuff right there. And what we want to do is colors, okay, or styles. And we want to do a background, okay? And we're going to click on this right here, and then we're going to click here. We're going to upload an image. Now I could pick any one of these images. Well, I'm going to pick the one of the car. I like that idea. There's a car there. So we'll just insert that. Now it looks pretty cool right there just with that, but I don't see the car. Well, we're going to do a couple things to make it look good. And if you notice right here, this image is split in two. So there's now the settings within here. We want to be able to, let's just do center left. Okay, cool. I like center left because it does that right there. But now we need to go down here and say no repeat. Okay, now there's no repeat. Now we want to go in here and says cover. Okay, now we just covered this entire page with that single image. Pretty cool, huh? Let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to update it, and it actually is updating. Whoops, I did that twice. I don't need it twice. Here it is, and once it refreshes, you'll see it. Now I can only see the top of the car, but if I put more padding up here and more space up there, this is going to start to show in the bottom. Okay, so now I'm back into the Elementor, and I want to add another section in here. So in order to do that, you can click here, and you can see you can add a full length of right here. You can add 2 sections, 3, and there's 4, and there's more, and there's more, and there's more. Look at all these different ways you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to add the full section right there. Okay, it added it right here. You can see that there. This is a button right there, and you can edit that all the way across. Okay, so I'm going to click on these little dots or little squares up there, and what it will do is allow me to go back to all of the different elements, and I want to drag a spacer up there, and it's called spacers because I can actually add space to the website like this, just like that. Okay, all right, so at this point I just want to add maybe 20. Okay, right there up top. All right, now I'm going to want to add in here, and I'm going to hit this little button again up top here. I'm going to add this inner section. Okay, this is what's cool about the inner section. Even though I added a full container, I now have the containers inside of that bigger container, so that allows me to do more adjustments. Now I want to there's 2 of them here, right? And I don't need 2 of them. I want just one, so I'm going to remove one, and now I just have one big long container. Now I'm still in the settings and the layout of that container. I want to move that container down about right there. So I've got all this white space there. I want to see the image, more of the image, and I want to be able to make this part of my opt-in, okay? And however, I want to make this a different color. So instead, I could actually make the whole thing. So if I click on this blue little and the little dots up there, it'll actually change and go to this particular big container, okay? Now if I go to styles and I go into the little paintbrush here, I can actually color in there, but it's doing all of the back end. I don't want the color here or here. However, I do want it with inside of that container. So I'm going to clear this out and I'm going to go back to right here. So if I click on this little edit column, it says right there, okay, it changed the information over here, and I can go to the styles, and now I can actually enter a, let's say, enter that gray. Now I don't want a full color, I want to make it a little transparent so I can see through the gray and see my background image. Okay, now here's the thing, I don't see anything yet because there's nothing in that container. I'm calling it a container, I believe they call it an element. But what you're going to want to do is go back up here again, right here, and you want to click on here, and we want to add a text. Now this is a header text, and this is detail smaller text that you could do, like write in a paragraph, and this would be the title of the paragraph. So I'm going to copy that, or excuse me, drag it and put it inside that text. Now you see that there is a color behind it. Now let me do this again and show you. I'm taking my time. I want to make sure that you get this. This is important. If I clear this out, there'd be no background. Okay. Now if I went ahead and selected this again, you see there's a background right there. Now I can actually make it a little bit more transparent, just like that. Perfect. Okay. Now this is the container, but this right here is the pencil to change the text. Okay, so if I click on it, it changed all the information in here. I want to center it. Okay, so it's centered in there. And I actually have a tab here where I have learn how to make up to $9.97 commission. Okay, and I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put that into here. It put it automatically right there. Okay, now maybe I said maybe I want to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so what I can do is click on this up here, and when I click on it, it's gonna go, I'm gonna go to layouts, and I can make it a little bit bigger. Okay, that's probably good right there. All right, so I want to go back and change the color of that text. So I'm going to go in the middle here, and I want to make it white. Okay, there we go, it's white, and that's good. Now I want to change the font. So let's do another font here. There's all kinds of fonts we can do. I don't particularly like that one, but I just picked it. Let's see, what else do we have? Nah, I don't like that one either. And you could spend a lot of time going through your fonts trying to find the right font for your actual website. So I'm going to pick that one right there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and click that. Now I'm going to do text shadow. This is what's really cool. I'm going to put a shadow around that font. Okay, and I'm going to do 4:5, and I'm going to darken that up a little bit and go like that. It gives it some depth. It makes it look pretty darn cool. Okay, you see what I mean? Now what I can also do, and this is, let me tell you guys, this is so cool because you had to do HTML coding. This is all drag and drop. What you see is what you get. WYSIWYG editor. Now I'm going to put a little bit padding up top. So, and if you hit on this little chain, it will take it on or off. So if I put 5 here, let's say I put 5 here, then it changes the entire. So let me just do 50. You'll see what I mean. There's 50 space all the way around that thing, which is actually not bad. I don't mind it at all looking like that. But I don't want the space on the bottom, so because I want to put more code. So I'm going to do it like that. Okay, so I can add more underneath it. Okay, so I need to add another text underneath it. I like what I've got, so let me click on the little icon right here, and that brought up all of my different elements. And this time we're going to do the text editor. Okay, right there, boom. and there's the text, and here's text, and this looks just exactly like WordPress because it is. It's part of WordPress. Okay, we want to grab more code or more text here. I've already have it written out, so I'm not going to bore you. And I'm going to cut and paste that and put it right there. And then we're going to style this. I'm going to go a little faster here, and I may want to make this a different color. So let's make this one, I don't know, let's make it red. Okay, there we go. And we're going to make the font a little bit bigger. Let's go have that we get, and we're going to make it 900, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, just like that. And I want to reduce the spacing a little bit, and I want to make this so it's a little closer to each other, just like that. Okay, it's all right. It's not the best yet, but let's see here. We're going to click on typography again. No, we're not picking on typography. We want to do, I want to be able to, I want to be able to, see, columns, gaps, okay. Let's do this. Let's take this background here, and let's go to advanced, and let's go to background, and let's make this background a different color. All right, so let's make this one a background of green, kind of ugly green, but it's a background, and I'm going to make it a little transparent, okay, so that we could see it. I don't really like the green. Let's make it a blue. Ooh, that's bad too. How about a darker green? Make it a darker and make it transparent. All right, not the best. I mean, it's all right. You want to play with it and see what you think. I don't know. I'm kind of undecided about that. I don't like the color for personally. Let's say we do yellow. That's actually stands out a lot better. And let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, and let's make some rounded edges on, let's see, radius, which is right there. Let's do 30 on the edge. Okay, so that got some pretty good rounded edge there. And then let's do over here, let's add some padding, maybe 20. Okay, and we're going to actually turn off the bottom ones because we don't want that padding on the bottom. Okay, and we actually really don't need it on. Well, actually, we kind of do want it on the top, so we don't need that much. So let's just do, whoops, 0, 1. Okay, we'll do 1 because there's padding already in there, so that's not too bad. Actually, we could do 20 here, and what we'll do is go back to content. And in here, if you go to text and then you hit the delete key, you'll have that perfect 20 spaces up here and down here at the same time. All right, so that's good. Now we're going to go back up to here, and we need to add more information. Okay, so at this point, we're ready for the opt-in page. To be honest with you, I don't like the square up here, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and go back into here. I clicked on this little edit column, and we're going to go over to advanced. It's not in advanced, it's in styles, and we're going to go to border, and we're going to do this as a 10. Okay, and we put a little bit there. Let's make it a little stronger. We'll do 20. Okay, that's better. Okay, it just gives it a little bit more touch. That's what I could say. All right, so we're going to need to get the form. Okay, this is part of Elementor Pro, is the form. Okay, and here's how easy the form looks. Okay, and if you notice something here, let me undo this. I want to show you something here. I'm going to go back to here. I took that off, and I'm going to go back to form. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple tricks here that is pretty cool. FORM, and here it is. And if I add, you see this blue line, depending on what your theme is set up. So if I added that there, it would add it all the way outside of this container. I want to keep stuff within that container. So if I made a mistake and dropped it out here, I could actually just grab it, and then when the container moves again, I can drop it inside. Okay, and there I go. I dropped it inside of this container. So I have one big container right there. Now I want to edit this, and I want to remove the name because I don't like to have two names in there. So I'm going to keep that so it's just inside there, and I'm going to go to the next one and remove name, email there, and the next one I want to do phone number, because I think personally, my opinion, talking to people on the phone is one of the most powerful ways of building relationships, and that's what you should do, is work with your customers to build relationships. So this is phone number, and that gives you guys an opportunity to let me know if you want to talk to me and you want to sit down and do strategy. I'm more than happy to do that with you. And so all you have to do is give me a call, and all you do that is message me on Facebook or on my website, which I'll have a messenger system on there. Okay, so now we want to add some padding. So we're going to go through here. There's two ways of doing this. I'm going to do it with margin instead of just padding. Okay, I'm going to hit the padding here, and I'm going to do, now when I hit this off, I can take it and just do the right side, and let's do 50 on the right, see right there, and then 50 on the left, and let's just see how that looks. Not too bad, not too shabby. I kind of like it. Let's make it a little bit more. Let's do 100. Okay, that's pretty decent. And 100. All right, there we go. And you know what? I don't like that color of that box, so we're going to change that. While I'm doing that, I'm going to take a drink. Excuse me. I've been talking a lot. All right, so now what we want to be able to do here is we want to configure this. Okay, so we need to go back to content up here, and so we got phone number, we got name and email. Okay, so that's pretty much done. You could add more if you want to. But that's all we're going to do here for this, and we want to change the button, and we want to change the wording on that button. So I have the wording already written out. It's actually, I wanted to put one more code, one more thing above it, but that's fine. We're going to change the wording. Instead of say send, we're going to say enter your best email, phone number to learn how. Okay, and let me do this and say to. Sorry about that. Hit the button. All right, there we go. Looks good. Now that's the button, and let's go ahead and set it up. Now, actions after submit. Okay, so when somebody enters their name, email, and phone number, you're going to receive an email. That's what this is. There are tons of different actions after submit. Well, first of all, we want to do a redirect, and when you add something here, it's going to add the additional tabs underneath here. So we're going to actually copy my website, and we're going to redirect it to, this could be an affiliate offer, this could be anything you want to redirect to directly, so that let's say you're promoting a product or service, or you're promoting my service, you can actually put a redirect and it'll go directly to my service, to my website. Okay, and email is going directly to here. Now this website set up as admin, I need to change that. This should be Jason. Okay, and this down here needs to be Jason. Okay, and the reply message will be jason@jasongerald.com. Okay, so we're going to test that when we're all done here. Now, one more thing we need to do before we leave, we need to create another action. And remember, I said I use ConvertKit, right? And here's ConvertKit. Okay, pretty cool. Now there's the ConvertKit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select, I had to go in ConvertKit. Now I'm not going to do this here with you, but when you go into ConvertKit, you have to set up a list, and so that you can send people directly to that list. So I'm going to pick the one that I have set up right here, and now you have to map these fields to that list. Okay, so the first one is field 2, And if you know that by going up to content fields right here, this says email is field 2. Okay, it says email right there, field 2. Field 1 is name, and field 3 is phone. Okay, now if I go down to the ConvertKit, the email is field 2 and the name is field 1, and I actually do not have a way to send phone number to my opt-in. I do, but it's just not set up for this. Okay, you have to set that up in ConvertKit. Okay, so and then if you wanted to, you could tag, you have to create a tag within ConvertKit in order for it to be tagged. So all these customers could be tagged saying a date or a range or how you're sending traffic to this page in order to figure out where this traffic's coming from. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it. So advanced options, there's really nothing you need to do in there. Right now, that's it. We set that whole thing up. Pretty cool, right? So now let's do some styling. Okay, let's see here. I don't mind that. That looks all good there. So the fields, we're good there. I'm going to leave them white, and I'm going to leave that just like that. However, I want to change the button. I don't like the button color. I want to make it a dark blue, and I'm going to make it a dark blue. I like dark blue. And there we go. And I make it a hover, and the background color of hover, I'm going to make it green. See, just like that. But I want to make it a dark green. Okay, there we go. All right, very colorful, ain't I? All right, so go back to here, and let's go ahead and change the typography. Let's make this a bigger, right like that. There we go. And I'm going to want to put some more information below this. So let's go up to here, click on that little icon. I'm going to drag an image underneath this, okay, right here. All right, now in here I have images. I think it's down here. So I can't remember the name I called it, but I'll be able to find it here in 2 seconds. Hopefully 2 seconds. Yeah, it's passed already. Sorry, I went by it. Come on, where are you? Come on. Oh, here it is. Right here. No, that's my logo. Okay. Come on. It's close to being found. Sorry about this. I'm very close to finding it, and I didn't find it. Okay, so let me see if I can search for it. Security, SEC. There's it. That's it right here. Except for, is that PNG? That's a JPEG. What did I call that? Safe. I have another one in there, and it's not. It's transparent. It's not that. Okay, so give me a second here. I'll find it. I'm going to put you on mute, and then when I find it, I'll come back. Okay, I added some images so it moved the placement of it, and here it is right there. So and when I insert this, it'll be down here, and you can see it's transparent. Now I want to make it a little smaller. Okay, so I'm going to go into styles, and I'm going to make the width a little smaller, just like that. Okay, that's perfect right there. Now there's one more thing I want to do. I want to add a terms of service, some privacy policy, all of that, which is very important these days. So also have to go back up here to the icon and type in here nav, and we want to get the nav menu. Okay, now you could create your own nav in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the footer nav, okay, because the footer nav has about, affiliate, disclosure, all these disclosures that are important. Okay, and I'm going to make it centered, and I want to, where are we, styles, okay, and horizontal position. Okay, I want to make this smaller. Okay, now I want to make the font only about 10. Okay, so I want to make it small just like that. And now if I go back to here, and I want to make this a little bit less close. I'll make it a little bit wider. right about there. Okay, cool. I don't want to make it very noticeable, and I want to make the color white. Okay, so you can kind of see it, and most people won't click on it because it's so small. But it's important for Facebook, it's for Google, for all these places that you're doing. Unless you're just doing solo ads, then it's not a big deal, but it's still good to have this stuff in there. Okay, so there we go. So we've got that in there, we got that there. There's so much more we can do. All right, so basically we are done. Now, what I want to be able to do is I want to see that car. Right now, I don't see the car in the background. I want to bring that car up a little bit. So remember where this image is being stored. It's over here, okay? And it's under styles, and that's the image. So instead of saying left center, let's do, or center left, let's do center center. Okay, that really didn't change it much. So let's do center bottom or bottom center. Perfect. That's perfect. Who knew? Who knew I could be this way? Okay, so I think that looks pretty darn slick, okay? Now you're not going to be able to scroll down like that unless you put space on the bottom. And so I kind of want to put some space in the bottom. And let's do up top here, let's take this and let's make a little bit less space. We're going to make that a 10, okay? And I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to hit the duplicate. So now I've got 2 here. What I'm going to do is drag that to the bottom right there, and I'm actually going to put a little space of, let's just say 25, okay? I'm not sure. Let's just do 50. Let's do 50, okay? And it all depends on testing. The reason why is I want people to scroll down a little bit and see more of the car. That's all the reason. All right, so let's update this and let's preview this. Okay, so it's refreshing right now. It's what it looked like before, and now look what it looks like. Now here, now we can actually go back to here because we need it. We don't actually need this anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this and drop that down a little bit, just like that. And let's update this right here. Okay, if it's still processing, it still looks good. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. It looks very nice. And you see it all right there. Now, we're actually done. I want to show you a couple more things that are bonus stuff for you. That's going to just blow your socks off. It's really cool. But before we do that, let's test this thing. So we're going to do JSON test, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 at Gmail. Whoops, I'm not there yet. I got to go to the email section, and we're going to do JSON 1, 2, whatever at gmail.com. This is just a test, and 919-278-8828. By the way, it's my real number. And this here right here, so we're going to hit this and hit enter, and ba-boom, and rerouted to my home page. Absolutely what we wanted. And so now this is actually sent me an email. So let's go back up to here and let's refresh. There it is, my new email. And there it is, Jason T, my email address and my phone number. Pretty cool, huh? Now, if I go into mail or ConvertKit, I would be able to see the email I've got. Now, I'm not going to do that right now because I'm already at 37 minutes on this presentation. So I wanted to show you one more thing here that I think is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so now what we want to do is I'm going to do something that I probably wouldn't do. I'm going to add another column in here. So I'm going to make this column, I'm going to drag this to the left, make this column smaller, okay? Make it really small. And I'm going to add in here, and I just clicked on that plus sign right there. It brought this in. I could also do it right there, what brings up this element. I'm going to add another photo, and I'm going to put it right there, okay? See it right there? And it came up here as a photo. So I want to go into here, and I want to get my mug and just say Jason, okay? All right, and let's just do this one right here, and I'm going to insert this. There it is. Look at that tiny image. Terrible. So now what I want to do is I want to go to advanced, and I want to go scroll down. You're going to see custom positioning. This is cool. Let me tell you guys, this is very, very cool. and I want to do custom, okay, and I want to do absolute, okay, and I want to be able to make this bigger, okay, right here, and I'm going to bring it over a little bit, just about right there, and I'm going to offset this to about right there, right about there, and let's bring this to the left a little bit more, maybe right there, okay, and let's update. Let's see what that looks like, and let's go back over to the screen and let it refresh. There I am. Pretty cool, right? So you could see I'm right there, and all you have to do is you can enter that information in. So now I've got an image over top of an image over top of a box. Tell me you can't do that with ClickFunnels. You can't do that with ClickFunnels that you could do here with WordPress. This is so powerful, guys, and so neat that this is so what you can do. So you have to go to jasongerald.com and go set up for skyviewhost.com, and I'll help you set this up just like this, okay? All right, I got a little excited there, didn't I? So I'm gonna relax a little bit here, and let's see, what else did I want to do? There's so much more I could do and teach you. It's unreal of what I have to be able to show you. But at this point, I think that's about all I'm going to show you today. I'm going to create other videos for tomorrow and show you this. Now, guys, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's important. I'm trying to build it. So I told you about this earlier. I'm trying to build my channel so that I can do live streams and that we can do super chat, okay? So that I can help you and review your WordPress website, give you recommendations on what you can do, what you should do, how you create multiple streams of income from your actual website. So if you like this, make sure you give it a like, make sure you post it, make sure you send this to people. So if you like this content, like what I just went through today with you, and let me tell you, I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg of what you can do in WordPress now. And it's just no programming, no nothing. It's all drag and drop and doing it. And then you just got to learn how to do it and set it up. And I have a little bonus for you. If you contact me and let me know what you think of this and comment it on this page, I will be able to work with you one-on-one. So hey, think about that. We can actually do a lot together with this. With my knowledge and how to set all this stuff up, sorry about that, we can actually do a lot and help you build your business so that you can create multiple streams of income so you're not wasting time for money. And what's that mean when you waste time for money? That's called a job. And what's a job stand for? Just over broke, right? And you're wasting your time for money, because only time you make money is when you're at the job wasting your time trying to make money instead of creating residual passive income with your website. So when you're sleeping, you're making money. When you're working at your job, because guess what? I have a job and that job pays me, but I also have another business online that pays me too. Multiple streams of income. Think about it. All right, guys. So this is a sales funnel that you can create. You can actually drive solo ad traffic. You can drive Facebook traffic. You can drive YouTube traffic. You could drive Instagram traffic, Pinterest traffic, Twitter traffic. All of that can go directly to this sales funnel, and you can start making multiple streams of income. All right, guys, hope that makes sense and that you're getting excited about this, because it is a phenomenal tool. All right, guys, have a great day. I look forward to hearing from you. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and send it to other people. Bye, guys.